Yo, 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 what is going on? I hope everyone is having a great day. Welcome on back to the Deeper Dive. It is your host, Luke, and today we are going to talk all about Velo and the tokenization that is about to be an emerging market in the near future. Everyone loves to talk about what the next upcoming narrative is. And what I would like to remind everyone is that tokenization is absolutely huge. And for those companies with regulatory clarity that are working with governments, they have a huge advantage in tokenization, especially the ones with a lot of money, like Velo Labs. Getting into this paper by the Global Digital Finance Tokenization Forum, we can see how they say institutional tokenization is underway. And they even quote BlackRock CEO Larry Fink saying next generation for markets is tokenization. So that is one reason that I am big on tokenization. And we can see all firms are handling or planning to handle real world digital assets. We can see them say, does your organization handle real world digital assets, digital or tokenized securities or commodities? No was only 9%. And if not, are you planning on handling real world digital assets? 100% yes. And we can see how they say firms are already seeing benefits of real world asset tokenization across the value chain. 92% agree that they have already began to see benefits. And some of those benefits include faster and more efficient trading, increased transparency, increased liquidity of illiquid assets, lower compliance costs, and lower trading costs. And in this forum, we have big names like Ripple, Coinbase, and Arcax, which we all know, I believe. Other big names that you guys might know is the DTCC as well as Fidelity. Even as Jamie Dimon says in his quote, we also use a blockchain to move tokenized US dollar deposits, which of course we know that stablecoins that are technically backed by a fund are becoming and are very big. And I don't love Jamie Dimon, but it has been interesting to see the shift where crypto just not even 3 years ago was being bashed on by the banks and big financial institutions versus now they are all about it. Moving on to this older post I made just on the topic of tokenization, we can see how the World Economic Forum estimates 867 trillion of value is ready to be disrupted by tokenization, and we can see that right here in this photo, and that is in this document by Chainlink where they quoted the WEF. And I think this is somewhat of a tell for what is to come in the next few months, but also the next few years and even beyond the next few years into the next 10, 20 years while we're looking at that bigger picture. As I've said many times before, Velo Labs has publicly stated that they are working on tokenized real estate, and they have said we will be launching their Velo virtual asset, which will democratize real estate investing through the tokenization of real estate using Velo tokens and technology. And this photo displays projects by CP Land, a subsidiary of CP Group, which, keep in mind, CP Group are initial investors in Velo Labs and Lightnet, if not their main investors. So these were some projects that CP Land was working on. So imagine the accessibility that CP Group has to real estate and how much they would be able to tokenize if they had their own platform where tokenized real estate was available for investing. This is one reason that I am so bullish on Velo, simply due to the fact that CP Group is such a powerhouse. They are able to touch really every market that there is that they would like to work in, and that includes retail payments through their 7-Eleven network, as well as, for example, the real estate that we could see here. And we've seen Velo Labs select OpenEden's tokenized US Treasury bills to strengthen its reserves for USDV, which is one example of tokenization. We've also seen them bring BlackRock's tokenized short-term treasury fund to Southeast Asia. And if this isn't bullish, then I don't know what is. Overall, I'm very excited to see things kick off, and I wanted to share this post from Josh J100X on X. If you don't follow him, make sure to. He is a great guy, posts some great content. And he said, "Is it clear yet? The true alt season is nearly here. BTCD moves like a precision timepiece." And he showed how in between every rally up where we were waiting on alt season, they matched pretty much the same in terms of timing for how long they lasted. And we are very much so nearing that next phase where we do see Bitcoin dominance fall. And that will be when our altcoins like Velo, like SHX, like XRP really do begin to rip. And when that does happen, I am very excited. I know it is coming. We don't have long, especially with the new year coming in only less than 10 days. So sit tight, remain patient as you have been for the last few months. And if you're new here, check out the top link in the description if you would like to buy any of the tokens that I spoke about. It's the link to the broker that I personally use, and I do recommend them. If you aren't ready to exit assets, you need to have reliable brokers ready to sell on. Caleb and Brown, the link in the description, I personally trust, and they've never had any downtime, so I do recommend you check them out. Looking at the Velo chart, what I would like to remind everyone is what we have been doing. If you don't do technical analysis, this is the bare minimum. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, we get higher lows, and then eventually we'll get higher highs. That is a bare minimum technical analysis, little preview on how to do things. You want to look for higher highs and higher lows. So this structure that we have been building on a weekly time frame is extremely bullish. Disregard the dip that we are currently in. If you are panicking over things right now, refer back to this post by Josh J100X. The true alt season has yet to happen, and when it does, it is going to be massive. This is years of waiting and much more development in the cryptocurrency digital asset scene. I hope you all were able to take something away from this. On the topic of tokenization, it is extremely exciting knowing and seeing what Velo Labs is doing. If you haven't already, I recommend you check out my previous videos. I have so much good stuff on my YouTube. Go back, watch their videos. You will see why Velo is going to be as big as Ripple and Stellar and all of these big tokens. Thank you all for tuning in. I have more videos on the way. I've been a little bit crammed lately, but I'll get back on my normal schedule. I'll talk to you guys later. Please smash the like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. If you have any thoughts on any of this, I think it's pretty bullish seeing what Velo is doing, especially we've seen a ramp up in their marketing. So I do think that big announcements are just around the corner. As I have always said as well, I think Orbit, their Web3 payment wallet, will be dropping in 2025. So hopefully that is something we could look forward to. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Talk soon. Peace.